Then this one divide, and this one, which was late, will progressively build the envelopes. And those who were, the one who was early, will build the body. Then we come to 4. Then each of them divide, we come to 8. We come to 16. And what happens then? It's a compaction. And the cell begin to hook to each other, and the little mass inside the plastic bag becomes now smaller than the plastic bag, so that there is water around, and it has contracted. Let's show you a picture of that, so that you have an impression of what it looks like, because the drawing is easier to define. But here you have to remember that it's not natural, because the plastic bag has been removed. Normally you would not see that. So it's mice, and the plastic bag has been removed, so that you see the cells, and suddenly they compact. Now the result of that compaction is that the cells which are inside get compressed by those who are outside. Now let's come back where we were. When you have 16 cells, it's like having in a big sphere 16 marbles. How could you put them inside? It's very easy. You have to put 3 in the middle and 13 around. That is 7 at the equator, and 3 on the top, 3 underneath, and 3 in the middle. Now, the result is that the 3 which are in the middle would get compressed, suddenly decide that they will work together, and they will build the body. Now, the surrounding ones, which will now expand that way, will build the membranes, and later they will build the placenta. Membrane and the placenta are just as important as the initiation of the embryo itself, because it makes a kind of space capsule in which this tiny cosmonaut will begin its own life, which we could not live at all if he was not producing himself its own capsule. So to speak, it's like an astronaut who would be building around himself the shuttle entirely. At the end of another division, one of the cells shifts its metabolism, and it is producing a stuff, maybe that cell, which is digesting the shell, and the whole thing goes out exactly as if it was already an animal. The way it goes out is like an animal going out. It hatches, and the hatching happens at around the 6th day, because the division occurs quite every 24 hours. That's very important, because if the hatching is too early, then the individual would go out inside the tube, because the tube is what carries the egg from the ovary to the uterus. And if it was hooking on the tube, it would be a great danger, because the tube cannot expand enough as a uterus, and the extrauterine pregnancy give rise to rupture, to bleeding, and they must be operated.